Since One Piece is on break this week, I felt like it was an appropriate time to talk about Big Mom, what might happen in the next couple chapters, but also what will happen once this arc is finished. And the main topic of discussion with this video is Big Mom, a Yonko, one of the strongest pirates that we are currently aware of when it comes to One Piece. And as we know, this arc of One Piece has focused completely on Big Mom. And with this arc, there has been so many revelations, a lot of new information to a lot of characters, to Sanji's family, a lot about Brook, seeing Brook doing some epic shit towards Big Mom, Luffy and what he did with Sanji, just a lot of stuff has happened in this arc that really stands out. And the question that everybody has been asking, including myself, will Big Mom be defeated in this arc of One Piece? Is it time for the Straw Hat crew to take down a Yonko? Because when we think about when the New World began, one of the big objectives, like with Punk Hazard and all that, was to take down Kaido. This Emperor, that Yonko, Kaido. And we found out through Doffy that, you know, Kaido was this person that was very strong, someone that's like pretty much unkillable. He is like immortal, and Doffy was scared shitless. This man that took so much effort, so many people to take down, Luffy had to strain himself to the very limit. It took all of this to bring down Doffy, which was just a warlord. And so, with all of that effort, after all of this, to take down Doffy, Doffy was still scared shitless of Kaido. So the question stands, if Doffy was scared of Kaido, and Kaido is a Yonko slash Emperor, and Big Mom is also an Emperor, and we know how much struggling that Luffy's crew and him had to go through to take down Doffy, is Luffy's crew and everybody else that's on this arc ready to take down someone like Big Mom? Is that a potential possibility? Yes, we know about Brook, and yes, we do know Brook can put up a hell of a fight against Big Mom. We saw what he was capable of. Even though he was injured a little bit, overall he came out alive and he was able to do some damage to Big Mom. So it does prove that Brook does stand a chance, but he can't overall defeat Big Mom. We do know Big Mom has a lot of strength as well. We've seen it when she was trying to take a nap and she was just breaking the ground and all that. We do know that Big Mom has incredible strength, but also her different souls are split apart into like Zeus and Prometheus and all that. They're very powerful as well, so they're not going to be a pushover. So the big thing about this is the Straw Hat crew ready to take down a Yonko? Is that what this arc is going to eventually focus on once the wedding starts? Because when the wedding starts, we know a lot of shit's going to be going down. Capone is in the mix of this. We know Pudding is in the mix, Big Mom's crew, and then also the Vinsmoke family. Then you throw in the Straw Hat crew, it's going to be fucking chaos. And the big question about this is, amongst this chaos, once they, save the Vinsmoke family, is Big Mom going to be taken down? Or are they all going to have to team up to probably take down Big Mom and stop her doing from what she is doing? That's a big question I'm wondering about right now, because right now they're in her land. They're like neck deep in Big Mom's land, her island. Will Luffy, Brook, and all of them be able to take her down, or at the very least put a stop to her? Or will eventually they have to turn around and run away? And to be completely blunt with all of you, I don't personally think that the Straw Hat crew is ready to take down a Yonko. I just really don't. I personally believe that Kaido should be the first one taken down, and then Big Mom, because right now, Big Mom, she has shown time and time again that she is an insane obstacle to overcome. She is not someone that you should take lightly. She has shown time and time again, she is powerful, you should not fuck her over. She will kill your ass. We have seen this. And there is some flaws to Big Mom we have noticed throughout this arc. She has it to where because of her presence and how she treats her family, many of her family members do not tell her the truth because they, fear that they will get completely killed off. And so they don't tell Big Mom the truth, which might lead into bigger issues down the road, which eventually might come to where Big Mom falls from grace and she's no longer as what she once was, like an emperor. That is a potential possibility. However, though, I do not think even after all these little events that's happened, I still don't think that is enough to take down Big Mom, because we do know about awakened devil fruits. We do know that Big Mom is like the top tier of pirates, so I just do not think she is someone to go down that easy. And because of this, I just do not think the Straw Hat crew, even with the help of maybe Capone, if he decides to work with the Straw Hat crew, if that does happen, that's just something not throwing out there, and maybe even if the Vinsmokes decide to team up together, I don't even think that is still possible to be able to take Big Mom down. Because we remember what Whitebeard did. Whitebeard was absolutely insane. Look what one fucking Emperor, Whitebeard, yes, he had a strong devil fruit. This man was insane. We know that still. That was one Emperor by himself. And then his army, he was insane. Can you imagine if you pushed Big Mom to the point to where she got serious and started to fight, how crazy that would be when she's starting to use her devil fruit, she's starting to use everything she has? You gotta remember, she has control of pretty much like all the stuff on the island, all the souls she's implanted in these objects. She can bring them up and start using them to fight everybody. She already has an army completely surrounding everyone, and that's not even including how they're in enemy territory. They're on Big Mom's island. They're not just on a regular island way out in the sea or whatever. They're on Big Mom's territory, where her kingdom is. So, can all of these characters, if they somehow work together, like if that's a miracle if that happens, would they be able to take her down? Or is that out of the reach right now for the Straw Hat crew? I'm very curious. I mean, do you think the Straw Hat crew is ready for this? Do you think they can actually do this before the arc is done? Or will they have to save the Vinsmokes and will they have to get the fuck out? Like, will they just have to just run the fuck away once all of it's done? Once they, save the Vinsmokes, they, do all that, Sanji, is happy with his family being saved, will they just run away and get off the island and run away from Big Mom? Will something like that happen? I'm curious, and I want to know your thoughts in the comments below, and so I love all of you so much. You have a wonderful day, or night, wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.